Rain hammered the city as if trying to drown every struggling soul within it. For Ayan Malik, the storm felt like a warning. One last test before the day that was meant to change his life forever. He stood at the bus stop holding a thin folder that contained all his dreams, his certificates, his CV, and the final documents for an interview at Zuffer Industries, one of the country's top companies. The CEO was offering walk-ins that day, and Ayan had waited months for this chance. That he whispered a prayer his mother taught him. "You've worked hard, Ayan. Today is your day," she had said. The bus hissed to a stop, and then they screamed out a sharp, terrified cry slicing through the rain. Across the street, a young girl was being shoved by two thieves trying to snatch her bag. People watched. No one moved. She slipped and hit the ground hard. Ayan didn't think that he ran, that he splashed through traffic, blocked the thieves, fought them off, and shielded the girl until they fled into the alley. Her knees were scraped, her voice shaking. "My phone. They took it." Ayan gave her his jacket despite the freezing rain. "You're safe now." But the moment he turned around, his chest tightened in horror. The bus he needed, his only way to be on time, was already driving away. He watched it leave, swallowed by rain. The girl looked up at him. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin anything." He forced a smile. "Some things are more important." But inside, something broke. Ayan didn't know the girl he'd saved, Miriam Zuffer, was the CEO's daughter, and he didn't know how deeply this choice would change his destiny. Ayan reached the company building soaked to the bone. The guards stared at him like he didn't belong there. His appointment time had passed 30 minutes ago. He tried to speak calmly. "I had an emergency. Please let me talk to someone." "Anyone?" The receptionist frowned. "Sir, the CEO has already left the office floor. Interviews are closed." Ayan's chest tightened. "Please, just let me wait, or reschedule." "We said no. Come back next year." Next year? His family couldn't wait. Next month. That he walked out of the building defeated, the rain swallowing his footsteps. He sat on the sidewalk, covered his face, and let the storm hide his tears. Helping a stranger had cost him the opportunity he'd built his entire life around. He didn't regret helping her, but the pain of losing everything crushed him from inside. At the hospital, Miriam Zuffer watched doctors clean her wounds. But her mind was on the young man who saved her. "Where is he?" she asked a nurse. "He left after bringing you in," the nurse replied. Miriam tightened her grip on Ayan's jacket still wrapped around her shoulders. She remembered his warmth, his kindness, the way he blocked the thieves with no concern for himself. He didn't ask her who she was. He didn't take a picture. He didn't chase clout. He simply protected her. She called her father, CEO Faisal Zuffer. That he rushed to the hospital, furious and terrified. "Who were these men? Where's your security?" "Where? Baba," Miriam interrupted softly. "Forget them. Find him." Her father paused. "Find who?" "The man who helped me." She told him everything. How Ayan fought for her, how he stayed until she felt safe, how he cut a piece of his shirt to tie her wound. Faisal felt a mix of gratitude and guilt. "He saved my only child," he whispered. Miriam nodded firmly. "And I must thank him properly." Later that evening, the CEO sat at his desk, scrolling through the security footage around the neighborhood, trying to track the incident. After hours of searching, they found a blurry clip of Ayan carrying Miriam into a taxi during heavy rain. Faisal was relieved. "That young man, he's brave." But then another video surfaced. Ayan, drenched and heartbroken, was shown walking out of Zuffer Industries, rejected by the receptionist. That Faisal's expression changed instantly. "He came here? What?" His secretary checked the visitor logs. "Sir, he had an interview today. He missed his time slot." The CEO closed his eyes, guilt stabbing through him as he whispered, "So the man who saved my daughter lost his future because of it?" Miriam looked at her father, eyes full of pain. "Baba, we have to fix this." Her father placed a hand over hers. "No, we have to honor him." The next morning, Ayan sat in his small home, applying for random jobs online. Even though each click felt like a step deeper into hopelessness, his mother walked quietly to him. "Beta, Allah saw your kindness. Good things come to good hearts." But Ayan felt empty. That a sudden knock echoed through the house. When he opened the door, two black cars were parked outside. A well-dressed man stepped forward. "Ayan Malik?" "Yes. The CEO of Zuffer Industries would like to speak with you." Ayan froze. "Why? Did I do something wrong?" "No. Quite the opposite." Before he could understand anything, He was escorted into the car. His heart raced. They drove him straight to the CEO's private residence, a mansion that looked like a palace. Inside, the CEO himself stepped forward with his daughter beside him. Faisal Zafar said in a sincere voice, "Son, you saved my child. And because of that, you saved a father's whole world. I owe you more than words." Miriam stepped closer, smiling softly. "Thank you for helping me, for not leaving me alone." Ayan stood speechless. Faisal placed a hand on his shoulder. "You didn't lose an opportunity because of helping her. You earned a better one. If you'll accept it, I want to personally appoint you as my executive assistant at a higher position. A better salary. A chance to rise as high as your hard work can take you." Ayan felt tears burning behind his eyes. He whispered, "Sir, I don't know what to say." "Say yes," Miriam said softly. He nodded. Ayan started his new job, and for the first time in his life, he felt seen, valued, respected. Employees talked about him as the brave guy who saved the boss's daughter. But to Miriam, he was more than that. He was the man who chose kindness when the world chose selfishness. They spent time working together, sharing lunches, discussing dreams. A gentle friendship grew between them, quiet but strong. But challenges weren't over. Some jealous employees whispered, "He only got the job because he saved her. He doesn't deserve that position." Ayan heard them all. He ignored them. He worked harder, stayed late, studied company systems, and proved his worth until even the critics fell silent. Miriam admired him more than she admitted. One evening, she said, "You know, Ayan, my father always said success comes from courage. You showed it that day." Ayan smiled. "You showed courage too. You survived something terrifying." She looked away shyly. "You were there. That's why." Months passed. Ayan rose in the company, earning the trust of the CEO and admiration of the employees. But life had one more beautiful twist waiting. During the company's annual dinner, the CEO took the stage. "There was a time when kindness felt rare in this world," he said. "But one young man reminded me that humanity still exists." He called Ayan and Miriam up to the stage. "Today," the CEO continued, "I officially announce Ayan Malik as the new assistant director of Zafar Industries." Gasps filled the hall. Ayan looked at Miriam with disbelief. She squeezed his hand, smiling proudly, and the CEO added warmly, "I am proud to call him family." Miriam's cheeks turned pink. Ayan felt his heart race. The hall erupted with applause, and for the first time in a long time, Ayan realized every sacrifice he had ever made, every struggle he had endured, every hardship he survived, led him to this moment. Later that night, while standing on the balcony overlooking the city, Miriam walked up beside him. "Ayan," she said softly, "you changed my life." He smiled. "You changed mine too. Do you ever regret stopping to help me that day?" Ayan chuckled. "That day was the best choice I ever made." Miriam looked at him shyly. "You know, I think it was the best day of my life too." A gentle silence wrapped around them, carrying the promise of something beautiful. Ayan looked at the stars and whispered, "Mama was right. Good things come to good hearts." Kindness had cost him a job that day, but it gave him a whole future, a career, a purpose, a family, and maybe a love story waiting to bloom.